Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is Draylin, but you could also refer to me as Dre. I am 24 years old and I currently live in Ohio. Before I get started with the topic of this video, I just kind of want to throw out there that I am recording on my MacBook Pro, and I just purchased it a few weeks ago, so I'm still trying to learn the mechanics behind it. I'm also new to YouTube as a YouTuber, so this is my first video and my first ever channel, so I'm trying to learn the process behind this as well. So please bear with me. I decided that it was a good idea for me to go ahead and create a YouTube channel based on my weight loss surgery experiences. I've had a very good, successful time with weight loss surgery, so I thought, why not get on YouTube and, you know, share my story for those of you who are considering weight loss surgery in the future, or are already a member of the weight loss surgery community but are just kind of stuck in a rough patch and need that motivation and the courage to continue on with the process. So yeah, I definitely felt obligated to, you know, join the YouTube community in regards to weight loss surgery. The weight loss surgery that I got specifically was VSG, also known as vertical sleeve gastrectomy. There are also two other forms of weight loss procedures that I know about, which is the Ruin XY and the lap band. But I got the VSG. As mentioned before, I got vertical sleeve gastrectomy in September of 2018. So not even a year ago, I got this procedure, this weight loss procedure, and in a couple of more weeks, it'll be my 1 year surgery. So I'm going to start you guys off with my stats because I know that's important. So my highest weight recorded was 371 pounds. That's the biggest I've ever been. I've been 371 pounds. It's crazy to even say that I've been that big, but yes, I've been 371 pounds, and my height is 6'1". I know you guys are probably going to ask that, so yes, my height is 6'1". My starting weight, so the weight that I was the day of surgery before I went under the table, was 364 pounds. So I lost a little bit of weight during my pre-op diet. So yes, 364 pounds is what I weighed the day of surgery. Now, almost a year out, my current weight as stands as of now is 188 pounds. Can you believe it? Because I can't. Honestly, like, the fact that I can even utter those numbers out of my mouth is mind-boggling to me. Like, I've lost a total of 178 pounds in under a year. And the funny thing about it is, I'm not even finished yet. Like, my process is still going. I'm still losing weight. It hasn't slowed down a lot, but it has slowed down. I'm no longer losing excessive amounts at one time like I was during the beginning of my process. Now I'm kind of just like losing probably anywhere between 1 pound or 5 a week, which is totally okay for me because I've lost way beyond the amount that my surgeon expected me to lose. I've definitely exceeded his expectations. I've exceeded my expectations. I, as well as my surgeon, did not think I would lose this much amount, especially with vertical sleeve gastrectomy. But I did the damn thing, and I've lost way more than expected. It's crazy, and I'm completely grateful for it. This was definitely the right procedure for me. And my surgeon has been nothing but supportive. He was shocked when I went in for my 8-month pre-op visit. He just looked at me like I was completely just alien to this country. You know what I mean? But no, the look was definitely something that I appreciated because it just confirmed to me that, like, I'm not the same person that I was almost a year ago. So yeah, losing 178 pounds in under a year, and it's continuing to drop, deserves to be talked about. I mean, that's a huge milestone in my life. So yeah, I'm honored to share with you guys later down the road what my tips and secrets are in a successful weight loss journey. So yeah, those are my stats. And I kind of wanted this video to be about my pre-op experience and what I had to go through before my surgery day. I won't talk about what I went through on surgery day. That will be a whole separate video. But this video is strictly my pre-op experiences. May I throw out there, though, that everybody is different in regards to their bodies. Everybody's program is different. So my experiences may not be the same as yours. May be close, but not the same. So just take into account when you watch this video that our experiences may be different. All right. So my pre-op experience was, to say the least, insane. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a good way. I had a list of things that I had to accomplish in order for me to get the surgery. So I started the whole journey in January of 2018, right after I graduated from undergrad. I met with my surgeon, and we both determined that VSG was the right procedure for me. So I'm very happy that I stuck with that procedure, because it's worked really well for me. As mentioned before, I went through my insurance company to get this surgery to happen. I definitely didn't have the money to pay for something like this out of pocket. So I'm glad that my insurance company covered the whole entire thing for me. I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. I didn't have to pay any co-ops. I didn't have to pay anything. I just, followed my insurance company's policies strictly, and I was blessed to have the surgery. So yeah, and sorry, I'm just gonna throw out there that I am sitting outside, so I may be turning around a lot because there's a lot of animals around here, and I'm like, trying to see what's behind me and whatnot. But so yeah, basically during my pre-op experience, a list of things that I had to do include clearances, one of them being pulmonary. There was another clearance that I had to do, but I'm not really sure what that was. I also had to do a psych evaluation. I also had to do a 6-month supervised diet. I had to also get blood work done at the beginning of my journey and at the end of my journey. And what else? I think that's pretty much it, if I'm not mistaken. There might be other things on the list, but they were probably like really little. I named all of the top priorities though. So I'm gonna start off with the clearances. I had to do 2 clearances, one of them being pulmonary, and there was something else. It's gonna be insane trying to remember what it was. I'm gonna be thinking about it all night, but I'll mention it in another video. But those were the 2 first things that I checked off of my my list of requirements. A good thing about it is I didn't have to get tested for any of those clearances because I am 24 years old. I'm not a smoker. So the doctors that I met with just basically signed off on the sheet of paper like, you're young, you're healthy, you don't smoke, there's no reason for us to test you for these clearances, you pass. So that was awesome. I didn't have to do any of those, so that saved me a lot of time. I had to get blood work done for different things in my body. Not really sure what a lot of those were. I know some of them were for smoking and drinking. I had to get my iron level checked. I had to get my vitamin D level checked, and a little bit of other little labs that I had to get done, but those are fairly easy too. Like I said, I only had to do that at the beginning of my journey and at the end of my journey. And then another thing that I had to accomplish was my psychological evaluation. I'm sorry. Now let me just say, for the psych evaluation, that was a little bit intimidating and it was quite scary. And I'm going to get into why I felt that way. So, let me just say this. Before my surgery, YouTube is the place that I came for research. It's the place that I got motivated, that I got that extra push. Members of the weight loss community who've documented their success stories on YouTube, I thank you so much, because if it weren't for you, I would have went in blinded for things such as the psych evaluation, which, by the way, and I don't say this to scare anybody, but a lot of people fail their psychological evaluation because they go in not knowing what to expect. They go in sharing all these things that they think the psychologist wants to hear, but in reality, those things are what's going to get you denied from getting the surgery. And I learned all of this by watching YouTube videos. YouTube saved my ass. So basically, during my psych evaluation, I was asked about my mental history, my mental stability, things that happened to me as a little kid. I was asked about why I was addicted to food. And one thing I was informed not to share was any type of history with binge eating. Psychologists consider binge eating to be a huge problem in the weight loss world. When you're obese, they consider that to be a problem. So I would have went in there thinking that that is something that would have pushed me to get the surgery, but really sharing something like that is a setback, because they don't want to hear that, because that is a way to get you denied from getting the surgery. So when I say finesse the system, that's exactly what I mean. Tell the truth, give them a little bit of background about what you've been through, but don't give away too much. If you have to question if this is a good idea to talk about a certain topic, don't talk about it. You want to keep yourself safe as much as possible. And as long as you just kind of finesse and kind of leave out a lot of your hurts with being obese and just kind of binge eating and your situations that you went through as a child in regards to you being a bigger person as you got older, kind of limit what you tell the psychologist, but give them enough information to work with something. I can't stress that enough. So I ended up passing my psych evaluation because I took advice from, peers and, members of the YouTube community. And that was kind of what I was worried about the most, was my psychological evaluation. And once that was over, I was finally able to breathe. So that was good. I passed that. So that was one of the biggest things. And then another big thing was my 6-month supervised diet. Now, every program is different. There are some programs who require you to do 9 months. There are some programs that require you to do 3 months. There are some programs that don't require you to have any supervised diets. There are some programs that require you to go to a counselor or to go see a nutritionist. My program didn't require any of that but a 6-month supervised diet. And what that contained was for me to document my weight each month. And as long as I stayed at or fell under my highest weight recorded that the surgeon had on file, then I was good. It didn't matter if I stayed the same. It didn't matter if I lost weight, or, say, like I said, my highest weight recorded was 371 pounds. So say if I gained 3 pounds during month 2, but lost those 3 pounds by month 6, that was okay. If you gain within the 6 months but you still lose and get under your highest weight recorded, then you're good. But by the time that you get to your last 6-month supervised diet, or whatever month you're required to do, just make sure that you're at or you fell under your highest weight recorded. So that was very easy for me. I kind of just watched what I eat. I watched what I ate every month. I recorded what I ate. I recorded any physical activity that I did, and basically that was it. I just had to make sure that I went to my appointment every month on the date that my appointment was, because say if I missed an appointment, I would have to start all the way from the beginning and do another first month supervised diet. So say if I was on if I was on month 5 out of the 6 and I missed my 5th month appointment, I will have to start all the way from my first month. Now, I don't know if your program would be that evil and do that to you, but just don't risk it. Go to each appointment. It's only once a month. So, make sure that you set your schedule accordingly, because you want to make sure that you go to these appointments. You want to make sure that you don't miss any of these. So all of my appointments were a success. I dropped the weight each time I went to my appointment. I wanted this surgery so bad, and I was willing to go through any length to get it. So I made sure that I follow procedures to the T. What else did my pre-op diet contain, or my pre-op experience contain? Besides the pre-op diet, which was probably the biggest of all of them, and that's the reason why my process was so long, because of the 6 month supervised diet. And it's funny because everything else that I listed before, I finished like a month into my process. I got all that done right away. So basically the only thing that I was waiting on was my 6 month supervised diet, which you can't really rush that because it's a set in stone, process. So basically it just felt good to just only have that under my belt. And once that was finished, I was good to go. I was able to have my stuff submitted to insurance, and they contacted me back, and I want to say not even a day after my surgeon's office submitted my information, I was approved for surgery. I know they say that it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, but honestly, it doesn't take that long. They'll have you approved or denied within like the first week. Mine took a day. So, I was very, very excited about that. So yeah, that was my pre-op experience. It wasn't anything too crazy. I just followed what I was supposed to follow. I did what I was supposed to do. And that was really it. I am totally grateful that I went through it, because at first I was like, I'm not really feeling this 6 month supervised diet. It's like a burden, but I think I needed it because I wouldn't have been as prepared as I was. So I'm very grateful that my insurance company recommends and requires for us to do that. And let me just throw out there, for anybody that lives in Columbus, Ohio, if you have the opportunity to have your weight loss surgery through Mount Carmel hospitals, please consider them. They were nothing but angels. They made my time there during the whole time that I was a patient. They made my whole time there worthwhile. They were nice. They really wanted me to succeed. They were supportive. They just led me down a amazing path. So nothing but kudos to Mount Carmel hospitals. That's really all that I was required to do. Like I mentioned before, so far I've lost 178 pounds, and I'm still losing. My 1 year surgery is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I am just so grateful for this surgery. Another thing is, I feel obligated to make this channel, because before my experiences and before my surgery with weight loss and everything, I didn't have any guys to look up to. There weren't many guys on YouTube that documented their stories, so I ended up watching a lot of females share their experiences, which is cool because a lot of them inspire me. But being a male, I would have loved to see some male figures, but there aren't many on YouTube, and if there are some on YouTube, they stopped recording videos years ago. So yeah, I want to be amongst some of the male figures in the weight loss community to document and to share their stories for young men, middle-aged men, older men who come after us, who are patients or who are considering the surgery in the future. So yeah, this video ran longer than I expected. I'm very excited for what's to come with this channel. So if there are any questions or concerns that you have for me, please leave them in the comment section below. I have so much that I want to talk about. Like another video I'm interested in making is me not stepping into the gym one time. As I mentioned before, I've lost 178 pounds so far without stepping into the gym. All this has just been by strict dieting and letting the surgery do its job. So I'm saving that for another video for later, but things like that I will talk about and explain. So please subscribe, please like this video. Again, let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and I will leave my social media such as Instagram down below. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and yeah, good luck to anybody who is getting surgery this week or in the near future. Bless.